Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is Market Today, a show where we'll help you understand the closing action on the D Street. Also, we will focus on a lot of stocks that are buzzing in trade as well. First up, a quick check on how the markets are doing. Well, we've been holding above the 19,800 mark for a fairly long period in the time during the trading session, and that mark still remains to be protected. About 0.4% of a surge is what you can see on the Nifty. 19,818 currently on the Nifty 50 with an uptick of 86 points. The Nifty Bank is the one that's providing that extra support to the markets today, 0.5% high in trade, and all the three constituents, financial services, the private banks, PSU banks, are all giving a thumbs up to the markets. In fact, all the sectoral indices are also up in trade as we inch closer to the end of the trading session as well. Topping the charts as far as the sectors are concerned, the small cap 100 index 1% higher in trade and definitely the top sectoral gainer. We also see PSU banks, FMCG index, all of them up by about half what live. Both are up in trade as well. We also have some of the other names like Kotak Mahindra Bank is picking up in pace, 1.3% higher in trading action today. Tech Mahindra, Bajaj Auto, these are the other stocks that are moving up. In fact, ITC is also up by 1% at 453 in today's trade. Which are the stocks that are not participating in the rally today? Well, you do have a few stocks that are actually down in trade as far as the Nifty is concerned. You do have just about 7-8 stocks that are still down in the red, led by Tata Motors on the downside, 1.5% downtick for Tata Motors today. Larsen & Toubro, UPL, Indices Bank, Tata Consultancy, Oil and Gas and Divis Laboratories, the stocks that are down in trade right here. Now, as far as the Nifty 500 basket is concerned, again, it's another day when the fertilizer and chemical space is also buzzing in space. So stocks like FACT are also moving up again, another 4.5% today. Railway space is in action. Ircon International, IRFC, these kind of stocks are moving up. Finance companies, Home First Finance, Canfin Homes, these are the other stocks, Five-Star Business Finance, all of them are moving up in trade as well. Let's get our guest in and help you understand what are they really thinking about the markets going forward. Kranti Batini joins in, Director Research of Wealth Mill Securities. Welcome, sir, and thank you so much for taking the time out. First up, the markets have seen a good momentum today. Can this continue? I mean, we're seeing some festive spirit get back into the action. Can this continue until Diwali, and do we see those record highs being seen again on the charts after the near-term volatility that we've been witnessing?
Yes, actually, we can see in the market a broad-based buying across the indices we can see today. What I can sense in the medium term is we need to see Nifty sustaining above 19,800. Until unless Nifty is sustaining above this 19,800 levels, we don't get a confirmation for the markets at this point of time. So this is the level we need to observe. Market has to sustain above this level. Then we can see some kind of renewed buying coming above all these zones. But to be very precise at this point of time, market has to sustain this range, because from 19,800, technically speaking, okay, all these zones are staying above these levels. Earlier also market tried to be on this level in the previous months, but for the markets to give an indication. But the good part is, Sakshi, we are in the middle of or beginning of the earning season. The earnings are going to drive the market, and these earnings can give the kickstart for the Nifty to sustain above these levels or help the market to further rally from this level. Is earnings are the one of the key factor that determines the walk of the movement of the markets in the coming days.
Okay. Mr. Patini, a lot of stocks are buzzing in trade today. A lot of action-packed, move is what we are seeing. So let me start off by some of the stocks that I think that, you can give us an insight into. I was talking about how the broader markets are seeing the fertilizers and the chemical space back in action. And this has been happening for the last couple of sessions as well. Say stocks like FACT, they are up for the third trading session. In fact, it's up another 14% after a 20% surge that we had seen on Monday. The market cap is now nearing 50,000 crore rupees. Now we are also seeing another 13.9% move, so a 14% surge again today. It has gained in the 5 out of the last 6 sessions. The stock has doubled so far as 2023 is concerned as well. What is your own sense? Is it in the overbought territory at 750 odd levels? What would you suggest investors to do?
Yes, actually, the stock we have been discussing on your previous shows also from a range of 300. But the rally is quite surprising. The stock today above at 750. It is in a momentum nature right now. So I educate the investors, they can book at least 50% profit from the table at this point of time. If the investors are entered at the bottom of the level, they need to do a consistent pyramiding in these kind of stocks. So I suggest the investors to take some profit from the table when the momentum is on, because we don't know when this momentum get to fizzle out. So better to take some profit from the table at this point of time, Sakshi.
Okay, take some profits off after those almost 35% of a surge is what you've seen on this stock in the 2 days in a row as well. And at this point in time, some profit being taken off the table is advised. Let's also talk about the life insurance companies that are in action today. SBI Life, I wanted to discuss with you. The stock is up for the sixth consecutive session today. It's the longest winning streak for the company and this stock in the last 19 months. So, very strong move coming in. In fact, today's gains are also on a volumes that are 12.2% higher than the 20-day average is what we have seen. So far in 2023, we've seen that the stock is up about 9 odd percent. Is there the momentum that one should really chase in the life insurance companies like SBI Life?
Yes, actually, the private life insurance stocks have been in a subdued zone from past 4 or 5 quarters, and on a YTD basis, if you see year-on-year comparison, the stocks have not delivered anything, but they could able to sustain in the positive zone only. But right now, for the second quarter is concerned, Sakshi, the VNB, the value of new business premium by these companies is looks very strong. Banking and financial services are looking very strong. So some kind of buying interest, renewed buying interest has been emerged with respect to the names like SBI Life and HDFC Life is concerned. But the big boy, Life Insurance Corporation of India, has been is in a subdued zone still at this point of time also. So investors with a long-term view, definitely these businesses have very strong business models, and the good portion for these businesses, they don't have any kind of NPA kind of pressure for a life insurance company. They keep on accumulating the premium, and the businesses are quite strong, sustainable business models for a period of time. So investors with a pure long-term horizon, they can still, in a very staggered manner, they can invest in these names.
Okay, got that. Another stock that I wanted to discuss with you is from the auto space, especially because we are in this festive season, and a lot of people go ahead and buy vehicles in this auspicious period of Navratris, and then of course up to Diwali, a lot of vehicles get delivered to people who've been waiting and saving their money for this entire period. TVS Motors is a stock from the two-wheeler basket that I wanted to discuss with you. The stock is up for 9 consecutive day, and again about 0.4% can be seen on an upside, 1608 kind of levels being seen right now. But when we see the kind of movement that we've seen in 2023, the stock has surged about 50% higher as well. Remember, the last time the stock has gained for 9 straight sessions was back in October November of 2021. It didn't happen last year. So a year later, we are again seeing this kind of a move. Does this suggest anything for TVS Motor or any of the other two-wheeler stocks that you'd like to suggest?
Especially TVS, actually, if you see the long-term chart and the way the stock has multiplied is phenomenal. It's a very silent stock. Okay? It's never been in the momentum zone, but it completes its course of duty in terms of the price action is concerned for the long-term investors. As right now, the domestic rural economy is looking very strong at this point of time. The consumption data numbers have been very good. The monsoon is pretty much by and large good in majority of the pockets. So we can see some kind of renewed buying interest that can take place in the two-wheeler space is concerned at this point of time, Sakshi. So coming to TVS, they are foraying into the electric two-wheeler. That's also very important segment going ahead for these companies. So they need to have strong models. They need to compete with the new brands and new companies that are emerging in this electric two-wheeler space is concerned going ahead. But by and large, given the kind of management and also the business model of TVS and the network and distribution network of TVS is concerned, definitely it's a stock to hold on to one's portfolio. And as you mentioned, it is a festive season for automobile numbers. Yeah, definitely. The festivity for automobile sales have started long back in India. So right now, during this festive season, we can expect further momentum to pick up during these weeks and during these months going ahead, Sakshi.
All right. Well, okay. Many thanks then, Mr. Batini, for being with us on
Thanks,
the show
Sakshi.
and
Always my
discussing all
pleasure.
these insights with all our viewers. 75 point of an uptick right now for the Nifty. We're just about 10 minutes away from the day's close. It's coming off the day's high point for sure, but right now, as we see, 19,800 stands protected. Will it continue to hold on? Another 10 minutes or so is something that we will watch out for, but it's panned out to be a good trading session. What remains to be seen is whether this momentum can be built on in the rest of the sessions that are remaining for this entire week as well. So we'll keep an eye out on how the markets really move from here, the sectors and the stocks that you need to keep an eye out on. What you can do is stay with us on Business Today TV. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also continue to engage with us on our other social media platforms as well to catch all the updates from the world of business and stock markets. Until then, thank you very much for watching.